Hi, I'm Michaela Cho, and I'm up here to talk about animal abandonment, why it's caused, and how we can solve this problem. This is my dog, Bueno, and this was the first time I saw her from the shelter. This was when she was 5 months old, and this is her right now, 2 years old. The adoption was very hard to make because in grade 1, I asked my parents to buy me a dog, but they eventually said no because I was very naive and I wasn't ready for it. Then I started doing lots of research about dogs. It was very hard, and when I was grade 1, my parents said no to adopting dogs because I wasn't ready for it and I didn't have enough responsibility, nor did I have enough research for them. So I started doing research for 4 years about veterinary and dog trainings. And finally, when I turned grade 5, my parents allowed me to adopt Bueno from the shelter. When I was in grade 1, I was a Girl Scout member, and we decided to make our fundraising and donate it to the shelter. During that time, I didn't even know the word abandonment, but I thought it was a good thing to donate our money to the shelter because our troop leader just said so. When I went to the shelter and saw a lot of animals, I just loved playing with them and patting them. After all that, I came up with a very radical question. Where did these dogs, cats, hamsters, guinea pigs, and all these animals come from? There were animals that were loved, but they were abandoned by their family because of unacceptable reasons. Then why do we still have abandonment cases, regardless of the fact that we know animal abandonment is illegal and is immoral? The first reason is our mindsets towards animals, because we don't have responsibility when we adopt animals, and we still treat them as one sort of an entertainment or a toy. And people do not do any research about their dogs, and some parents even tell their children, I'll buy you a dog for your birthday, or I'll get you a cat if you get full marks on the test. But this isn't the right way to adopt animals, because you aren't ready, and you need responsibility on this. And this eventually provokes a situation where you'll say, I needed to abandon him or her because it got too big than I expected, or it got sick and old. It got too big than I expected, and I had to abandon him or her because of my career. But think about it. Will you abandon your child because it got big, because it reached like 2 meters or so? Will you abandon your child because she or he got old and sick? No. That's the same thing we apply for animals. The second reason to why is because of pet shops. You would have saw a pet shop once in your lifetime and thought, the pets on display are so cute. But have you ever wondered where these dogs or cats come from? They came from dog breeding factories, where there are mother dogs who are forced to pregnancy and childbirth for their entire lives. And as you can see, they're locked up in iron cages that are very unhygienic. And their health wouldn't be great if they keep on doing repeated pregnancy and childbirth. But that's how it is for them. And we buy pets from pet shops that came from these sort of dog breeding factories. And in 3 to 7 months of age, this is the socialization period where they get used to communicate and get used to friends that are the same breeds as them. And when they turn 7 to 12 weeks of age, they learn how to socialize with humans. And here the role of the parents' dogs are very important. They teach how to bite at the right intensity, or how to choose a right place to defecate, etc., etc. But if they're separated from the dogs within 40 days, which pet shops do, they will not get adequate education from their parent dogs. And this goes against Article 43 of the Animal Enforcement Law, where it mentions that sellers must sell pets that are over 2 months old. Then how can we actually solve this problem? How can we reduce animal abandonment? The first solution is that the government has to give interest in the situation. Currently in Korea, there are very incomplete laws or systems that regulate animal breeding, which eventually leads to situations like this. And they did make the Animal Protection Act, Amendment Act in 2013, October 1st. But that's been pending for years now, and they haven't made any change. Another solution we can consider is animal ownership tax, where you'll have to pay tax for your dogs or cats or any companion animals you own. And this is to give responsibility to the owner and to prevent the situation where unqualified people adopt pets. Another very effective way we can have is to adopt pets from the shelter. This is a way of saying no to pet shops, and we can save many lives, including the mother dogs from the dog breeding factories, and the shelter dogs, where they'll be euthanized in 2 to 4 weeks' time. Companion animals are dignified creatures we should live with. However, because of our ignorance and selfishness, they've been exposed to all kinds of violence, especially abandonment. In our society, we should love animals and respect their lives, just like how they respect our lives and love us. Thank you.